The time has finally come to replace our trusty little Nintendo 64. Because after all this time waiting, finally got this black box for the Analogue 3D. Lift off this lid, and there we go. Video's done. Thanks for watching. So, what we're actually going to be doing on here, I'll be taking this out. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of tests to test for compatibility. So we'll remove that. Cables here. There's something under that. There is cartridge cleaner. Oh, that's kind of cool. Being the nerd I am, have to look under everything. Nope, just cardboard. Okay. So we have our Analogue 3D, a size comparison. It is a little smaller than the Nintendo 64, but, well, especially height-wise, it's a lot shorter. Go ahead and get everything all plugged in on here, and then we will just jump right on into our testing. Oh, it came with some snacks. So this does use USB-C for power, so that'll be nice. And HDMI for video. Turn this around here, point out these on here. So it does have 2 extra USB ports on there. Not USB-C for things, but USB-A is okay, I guess. And SD, that does not push in. Normally those push in to pop out, but that is not doing anything. Don't want to break it right now. We will go ahead and finish getting it hooked up. There was a little update paper that came with it. So there is a firmware update and there's also a controller firmware update. But we can go over those after we get this all hooked up. It's actually kind of a short HDMI cable. Can't reach to my computer from here. So we will use a different one on here. And of course, the first thing we'll want to do, just plug in a regular controller in there. This is a controller in a previous video. We actually replaced the little joystick. That's my controller I used when I was a kid. And now to go on a quest to find a game. Time to find the perfect game to use for testing this. Oh, actually, I know just the game. Not gonna find the game on the bookshelf, but there it is. The perfect game. Doesn't that look so nice in the system? So I'm actually just joking about that game. We are going to be doing a different game. So we're going to start with Star Fox 64. Let's see what happens when we turn this beast on. Yeah, had a little fan spin up. It's not doing anything yet. Let me try again. Okay, I actually see a power light. There we go, now we have something. Welcome to Analogue 3D. Press A to continue. Breathing room. Place 3D in an open area away from other items and heat sources. Press A to continue. EULA. No one reads that stuff. Just going to go all the way to the bottom, and sure, I agree. Get the latest 3D OS. Update 3D OS. 3DO. You know what? We may as well see what all this does. Getting started. Updating 3D OS. Blah, 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 blah. Fully powered off. Remove SD card. Oh, that is a lot of effort. A manual way of doing it. I was kind of hoping there'd be like Wi-Fi or something for doing that. Okay, oh, the update process taking a bit. We will go ahead and skip doing the updates for now. But the process does look pretty simple for doing that. So we just will not worry about that. Skip OS update. Your Analogue 3D is ready, multiplayer as it was meant to be. So there are different hotkeys on there. It's kind of cool. Star Fox 64. So it's just L and R to move through the menu. It's kind of cool. So it has player count, you can do 4 players. The accessories, you can do Rumble Pack, which is one thing we are going to test on here. Region USA, then it tells developer, publisher, when it was released. And added. I don't quite know what added is, but let's configure. Virtual expansion pack. Oh, that's cool. Deblur, 32-bit color. Disable anti-aliasing. You can change the CPU speed. Different display settings on there. That's kind of cool. Okay, at this time I will add the Rumble Pack and then start the game. I think training mode has something that actually be kind of useful for... okay. Rumble Pack does work. Yep, I can definitely feel the rumble. This looks really nice on here. It has been forever since I played this game. Yeah, I could be flying through rings on Superman 64 instead of this game. Okay, so regular controller, rumble pack tested and they work. So that's good. Let me go ahead and power this beast off. Now, this is one thing that I know a lot of people are going to be asking about. This is one of the cheap Chinese knockoff counterfeit games. I got it to use it for a real versus fake testing video a while back. Let's see what happens to this one in here. Turn that on. So we have Mario Kart 64. Picks all that stuff up as being real, I guess. Well, let's see what's in here. Okay, yeah, it looks like it loads up these little counterfeit games from China pretty well. We have Mario Kart. Of course, Yoshi's the best. Okay, so that is a pretty good one. And then, kind of along the lines of that, I'm not fancy enough to have an EverDrive, but I have the ED64 Plus. It's kind of the cheap Chinese knockoff version of the EverDrive. See if I can get this lighting a little better over here. Okay, that doesn't look as bad now. There, you can actually see now when that light's turned on. So let's see what this does. It does not pick that up. Oh, that's sad. So I don't know if the actual EverDrive then would be picked up by it. I wonder if we can hot swap anything in here. Let's try that out. May as well test things while we're at it. How about a Japanese game? We might be able to hot swap. Unknown cartridge. Okay, I'll try resetting. Reset didn't. I wonder if reset just resets the game. Let me turn this off and turn it back on. I wonder if I will need the update for it to pick some of these up. So we have it turning back on. Actually got grainy with our lights off. So get those back on again. Okay, so the unknown cartridge, that's the other one. Okay, so we now have Animal Crossing in here. So anyone not familiar with it, Animal Crossing, the Japanese one on Nintendo 64, is the one that came over to the US on the GameCube. So the original version of it was the Japanese Nintendo 64 one. So that's good. We have that. Test the reset button. Okay, reset button just resets the game completely. Go ahead and turn this off. So we have fake games, we have Japanese games, we have the Rumble Pack work. So for a lot of people, this one will probably be a pretty important one to actually have work. We have the transfer pack. We'll be putting Pokemon Blue in there, and then attaching that to our controller. And then Pokemon Stadium. And let's see what we get with this one. Make sure the transfer pack works fine with it. Okay, we have Pokemon Stadium there. We will play cartridge. It said transfer pack for the little information area. So I am assuming that it will work correctly. Game pack check. Yep, it says it has that. We'll go to Game Boy Tower. Choose this one. Transfer pack is not set properly. Please turn off the N64. Okay. Hold that thought. So yeah, turned it off, reseated everything, put it all back in there, restarted it. Let's see if it works now. Loading. Awesome. It looks like it's working. So the transfer pack does work fine with this. So that's good to know. And then on to the next test. So another controller attachment that we need to test. Hey you, Pikachu. Pika Pika. Plug this into player 4. Get our little strap hooked up on here. And then feed the mic into it. Now we can talk to Pikachu. Let's see if this is handled in here. Hey you, Pikachu, voice recognition unit. So it might work. There's Pikachu. I don't even know if I have a continue game, huh? Continue file 1, sure. Pika Pika! Pikachu, Thunderbolt! I don't think it picked that one up. I'm not doing well at this, Pikachu. Pikachu's playing a game. Nidoran. Oh, I had to say Nidoran female. Nidoran male. Okay, so it does look like the voice stuff does work. Meowth. Bye, Pikachu! So that's good. That does work. The kids will definitely enjoy that. Now I think before we move on to the next tests on here, do kind of want to upgrade this. So we'll use the USB-C SD connect and just kind of see what happens from there. So the first step we need to do is go to this site and then download this. So we have that downloaded. Fully power off Analogue 3D, that's already off. Disconnect all controllers and cables. Okay, everything's disconnected from it. Leave your pre-installed SD card in Analogue. That's not an issue because I didn't know how to get that out. Connect Analogue 3D's power port to your computer using the included USB-C cable and wait 5 seconds before continuing. Is the included one long enough? It says a USB-A to USB-C can be used. I actually have a USB-A port pretty close. Get that plugged in with this nice Nintendo cord. Press and hold the reset button. While holding reset, press and hold the power switch. Hold both buttons until the power LED turns green, then release the buttons. Let me turn these lights off. Might get a little grainy, but do that so you can see when it turns green. Hold reset, hold power, green, let go of both. Okay, our SD card is recognized. We're done with the browser window. Let's go ahead and there we go. We have that window showing there now. Remove any existing 3DOS update files on the root directory. There aren't any update files. Copy the new 3DOS update file to the root directory. So we have the file copied, paste it in there. So it may take about 30 seconds, but we're using USB-A, so it's taking a bit longer. Scrolled up a bit on here. So now that we have our little file in here, power off the 3D, plug it back into power supply HDMI cable, and then power the system on. I think we're done with that one. System's powered off. Have HDMI and power. And let's turn this beast back on. Get these lights back on here. Plug in a controller. Even though it didn't tell me to plug in a controller. Figure while it's doing that, get some of this wiped off of here. Once update's complete, it will restart automatically. So we're just waiting on it to restart. Then I think we're done with those instructions. So I wonder what was updated on it. Okay, this is one of the things I'm wondering. So is this hot swappable? So put a high quality game like this in here. Okay, yeah, so it does pick it right up. 4 players. Excellent party game. Now we are moving on to some other tests. Since we're pretty much through all the controller tests at this point. Well, controller accessories, that is. So this beast is a junky USB-A controller that I picked up years ago and used on my computer. So I'm going to plug that in and see if it picks it up. Doesn't look like that accomplished anything. We're going to take a look at one of the 8BitDo 64 Bluetooth controllers now. I know there's an update for it, but let's see what it does out of the box. With all this stuff, has a cable to, guessing, to link up directly with this. That controller looks pretty nice. Feels pretty nice too. What we need to do is plug in USB-C and then hook this into the back. So that is hooked up as player 2, which player 2 does show a little light down there now too. So what happens if we unplug player 1? Okay, that doesn't take over, is that? Let's go ahead and turn this off and turn it back on. Well, there's a nice thing. When the system's off, it still sends USB signal through there. So you can charge controllers when the system's turned off. That actually stayed linked to 2. Unplug it, plug it back in, and then see what happens. Okay, that is linked to 1, so I can now play the games with this controller. Just has a one little green box on there. So then what are these? There's some additional buttons on here. It's like a little star favorite or something. There's a heart. Okay, so that one links up and can be used. But a more important thing, there's this wireless Nintendo 64 controller from the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. So will that one link up and be able to be used on here? Just trying to find something. Let me hold that down, see if that will make it connect. No, it doesn't look like at this time this can actually be used on here. This little light down here is also the pairing button. It doesn't seem like this controller will work on there. How about a Nintendo Switch controller? Hold that down. No, that is not connecting. Let me try manually connecting this one. I don't think any of those controllers will be working on there. But let's see if the main controller, if we can get that one paired up with it. Okay, yeah, that one pairs up fine. So as far as the things that I have, probably about it for the testing. We will try that one cartridge again, but let's see what's actually in this guide. Compatible media. Official Nintendo manufactured N64 cartridges, official reproduction cartridges. So that one I tested was not an official, it was a counterfeit, but it still worked fine in there. Built-in cartridge real-time clock, smart media card readers. Official standard and special N64 controllers, whatever that thing is. ASCII wheel 64, that thing. N64 mouse, VRU, rumble pack, transfer pack, controller pack, biosensor. I don't have biosensor to test out. Supported wireless controllers. Okay, so right now just the 64 Bluetooth and mod kit for N64. But it was good to test those other ones out. So at least they have the nice little guide just to know everything going on with it. Do you want to try this? The Bluetooth controller was set up to controller port 1. Okay, it looks like it disconnected that, and this controller took priority. So physical controller will take priority over the other controller. Licensed by Nintendo. So if there's anything else that you're wanting me to test on it, then let me know in the comments. If you want to save your friends, solve the maze. Oh, this is Pilot Wings. This game's just terrible. So I am trying unknown cartridges. Okay. Yeah, so the ED64 Plus does not work on here. Let me know in the comments if you've had the EverDrive work on yours, if you've tested that out. So I know that's going to be a big question a lot of people have, is if the EverDrive can work on it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, then make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please leave a thumbs up to help the good old algorithms out. Well, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.
Thanks for watching our show today. We hope you smiled along the way. From pixel dreams to jokes we play. Like and subscribe, it's the thing to do. Join the crew, red, white, and blue. Gumtendo's here.